What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to take you through a full day of hybrid training. I'm going to take you through a push workout, and then we are also doing some rowing for our conditioning today. So hybrid training doesn't just have to be lifting and running. I love to lift, I love to run, and primarily most of the time my conditioning modality is running. But today I'm going to show you how you can mix other styles of conditioning in. Doesn't just have to be running. And then, like I said, we're also going to go through a push workout. So let's not waste any time. Let's hop into it. In a day and age where everything seems to be out of control, at the end of the day, we can always control the effort and the heart we put into our workouts. When life gets crazy, slow things down and keep grinding. So for today's workout, started off with some pre-exhaustion on the cable chest fly. I'm training everything twice a week right now. One of the days is really focusing on strength, and then the other day is focusing on hypertrophy, building size, lots of volume, lots of reps, more of a bodybuilding style workout. So that's what we're doing today. I started off with 5 sets of 8 to 12 reps on chest fly, and I tried to keep the rest time anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds, tried to keep it really low so I could get a lot of blood flowing, just create that mind-muscle connection from the get-go of the workouts, and really just kick off the workout strong. Something that is really going to help, like I said, get a lot of blood flow and target a specific muscle. And especially on a day that we're training both strength and conditioning, I always do a scoop of our pink Starburst Fit Grind electrolytes. I'll sip on that throughout the workouts. Just helps keep up the energy, helps keep the performance high, where when you're going to be sweating a lot, we're going to be losing a lot of electrolytes. So something that I always do during a workout like this, and a lot of times during a strength training session. So if you're interested in checking those out, I'll leave the link to those in the comments in the description below. I'll even leave you a 15% discount code you can use on the first time you go order those. So if you're interested, go check it out after you're done watching the video. So as you can see, I took this last set to total muscle failure. 8 reps was everything that I had, and that's what we wanted on this, was to really just get a lot of good pre-exhaustion before we went to our heavy chest press movement, where I did 4 sets, keeping them between 6 to 10 reps. And on everything today, I really focused on squeezing the muscle as hard as I could. So for the chest press, I tried to go as heavy as I could while feeling my chest work. So at the top of each rep, I really focused on squeezing my chest as hard as I possibly could. Yes, that does make it harder, and it does limit the amount of weight that you can use, especially doing some pre-exhaustion first. But this focus, like I said, I have a different push day where I'm really focusing on getting stronger, moving weights, and overloading. This one, we always still want to lift heavy, so we're not lifting light per se, but the goal is to really feel the muscle work, break down the muscle so that muscle will grow back stronger, it'll grow back bigger. Like I said, I did sets of 10, 8, 6, and 6. I did 2 sets with the 100s, and I did 2 sets with the 90s, to where that last one you can see was a total grinder on that last rep. After that, went over to a cable, and I did a superset between a cable chest fly on the incline and a cable press. If you don't have a cable, that's perfectly fine. You can use bands, or you can even use dumbbells. It works just as good. Just going to be different variations of that. But you're going to do 10 incline cable chest flies. Again, slowing things down a little bit, focusing on getting a good squeeze at the top, activating the chest, not just moving weight from point A to point B, focusing on actually using your chest to move the weight. Squeezing at the top of each rep. So I did 10 reps there. And then after that, you're going to go directly into 10 cable chest presses. Again, feeling your chest work at the top of each rep. That is the name of the game today, is mind-muscle connection, trying to target the right muscle group, break it down so that we can grow back stronger and bigger. And this superset is gnarly. This is a really tough one. If you've never done this one, I would highly recommend doing this one, especially towards the later part of your chest workouts. After that, went to the shoulders. I did, again, 5 sets, 8 to 12 reps on a cable lateral raise. I used 2 ankle straps. This is an awesome variation. Again, if you don't have cables, you can always do dumbbells. It works as well. But if you have 2 ankle straps and you just put it right around your wrist, it takes a lot of bicep and forearm out of it, and it's totally just your shoulders that's going to lift that weight. Especially with the cable, you're going to be able to get constant tension. So 5 sets, 8 to 12, 30 to 45 seconds rest. Then I went to a heavy dumbbell press. I did 4 sets, again, trying to keep it between 6 to 10 reps. I think my first set I did 50s, 60s. I think I did 60s twice, and then ended up doing 70s on that last set. But again, just lifting as heavy as we can while also focusing on using the shoulder to lift the weight. Like I said, it really works well when you train everything twice a week, and that's the way I have my program set up right now, to where you can have different focuses on the different days. You're also going to be able to optimize that training frequency as well, to where training everything twice a week is going to be your best bet if you're trying to really optimize building muscle, but still lifting heavy. You know, we never want to go in and lift light weights. We want to make sure that we're lifting as heavy a weight as possible with good form and using the correct muscle. The last thing I did for shoulders was a superset between a wide grip upright row and a shoulder width upright row. So start off with 10 wide grip, focus on pulling your elbows as high as you possibly can, getting those higher, the elbows higher than the wrist, and then coming in right at shoulder width and doing another 10 upright rows. I did 3 sets of each of these. Again, sticking to about a minute rest. Kept the rest time pretty low today. Didn't go any crazy long rest periods because I wasn't really focusing on strength per se. And then the last thing that I did was a little bit of triceps. We'll have more tricep emphasis on the second push day, but did a superset between reverse grip push down, so palms facing up, 10 reps. Really focus on going as close as you can, squeezing the triceps at the bottom of each rep. This is a really good variation to target just the triceps. Once you get 10 underhand using the same weight, flip your hands overhand, and you're going to go into 10 overhand tricep pushdowns. I did 4 sets on these of 10 and 10 on each. This was the only tricep movement today. Like I said, my next tricep workout that I do, my next push workout that I do, I have more tricep emphasis. There was just a lot more chest and shoulders in the workout today. So done with our strength portion, and this is exactly like I said, why just throughout the workout sipping on electrolytes, so that we have a little bit left in the tank for some conditioning. And today I did the rower. You know, a lot of times when people do hybrid training, they think that it has to be lifting and running. And I love to run and I love to lift, but every once in a while it's great to throw in just a different modality of conditioning, where using the rower, you're still going to get great acclimation and cardiovascular engagement from your cardiovascular system. I ended up doing some intervals. So I did 6 rounds of minute on, minute off. And my goal on the minute ons was to at least get 20 calories on each round. So I did 6 sets. I ended up getting 23, 22, 22, 21, 21. And on my very last set, I left it all out there and I got 26. So overall, it was a great conditioning piece. This whole workout took me 1 hour and 15 minutes. So it's not something that took me 2 hours. You could separate this. And that's typically what I would recommend if you're lifting and running, or if you're lifting and running in one segment, which I'll do sometimes. Just make sure that you, one, have electrolytes during the workout. You might even want some sort of carb source, maybe a small piece of fruit or some liquid carbs, just to keep that energy up, because you'll notice at about 1 hour, that's when you're going to start to see some decreases in performance if you're not using supplements like electrolytes or carbohydrate powders or even a piece of fruit, like something simple that your body can digest that is going to help you keep your performance high and keep your energy up. With the rower, I love the rower. I used to do a lot of, I wouldn't say CrossFit style workouts, but just conditioning style workouts, mixing the rower, mixing the skier, mixing the echo bike, mixing the sled. So it kind of takes me back to a couple of years ago when I was really doing most of my conditioning on those types of cardio modalities. Rowing is a great way to also incorporate your legs with your upper body. And it's a little bit different, you know, when you're done with your upper body strength workout, you know, you're a little fatigued in the upper body. So that just created a little bit different stimulus, which definitely was challenging on this workouts, but it definitely was a great way to just switch things up. I've been running a lot lately. You know, I'm not necessarily in any sort of marathon prep right now. I do have a 10K on my radar, and then potentially another half marathon later in the fall. But right now the goal is building strength, building muscle, trying to put on some size, but also incorporating conditioning. And I think that's the big misconception that I think a lot of people think, is that you can't be big and strong and muscular and also be in really good shape cardiovascularly wise. And that is what hybrid training is all about. It's about blending both strength and conditioning, and it's a concept that's been around forever. But for some reason, some people think that it can't be done, and I'm here to tell you that it can. You just have to have structure, and you have to ask yourself, what is your primary goal? Right now, my primary goal is to build muscle, build strength, put on some size. But I never want to sacrifice my health, and I'm still running, 5 to 10 to 15 miles a week, and still doing conditioning workouts like this. And you can definitely blend both the two in your program. You just have to structure things. And that's really why I'm trying to post content on YouTube, is because I know the benefits of this style of training. I love the benefits of this style of training, and I just like to provide more structure to people, because I've done so many things wrong training this hybrid style, and that's really why we recorded that podcast last week, me and my wife. You can find that on my channel, is because there's been so many mistakes that we've made in this hybrid style, and we just like to structure things a little bit more for people and help them out and kind of streamline that process. So finished up the 6th round. I was gassed. My legs were toasted. My hips were on fire. It was a great conditioning workout to finish off the workout. All right, so just finished up with that push workout. Also did some row intervals today. Like I was saying earlier, hybrid training doesn't just have to be lifting and running, and predominantly running is the conditioning that I choose most of the times, but you can spice things up. You're still gonna see great health benefits, great cardiovascular adaptations from doing things like rower, bike, skier, pushing a sled around. There's lots of different cardiovascular modalities that you can do just to spice up your training and keep it interesting. So obviously that one was a sweaty one. Didn't have to look pretty, but we got it done. That is why I'm a huge believer in electrolyte supplementation, especially around the workouts. Especially when I'm doing a workout like this, I'm always sipping on some electrolytes mid-workouts, or I'm having a scoop before or after the workout, just something that I firmly believe in. And that's really why we came out with that as part of our supplement line, because we're making products that not only we take ourselves, but also products that we firmly believe in, that we can stand behind. So something great that you can add to your training. Like I said, I'll leave you a 15% discount code down in the description in the comments below if you're interested in checking out our Fit Grind Pink Starburst electrolytes. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. I promise you that you're going to enjoy it. So go check those out. Appreciate the support for the brand. I'm all done with training today. Mondays are usually a little bit shorter of a day. I usually train like 5, and then I try not to work any later than 1, so I can go home, focus on family stuff, and just also be a great husband and father. And that's really something that I'm really trying to prioritize right now, is making sure that I don't forget those small moments. This past weekend we were out of town at a baseball tournament, and it was just awesome to unplug and spend time with family and just focus on the really important stuff and focus on just being there. Because if you have kids, you understand that they grow fast. It's so cliche to say, but they really do. If you don't have kids and you're planning on having kids someday, you will understand that those little moments, those fleeting moments, they go by so quick. And I don't want to regret not being there and missing out on those little things that seem very mundane and repetitive, those daily things. But when you look back later in life, it's like, man, maybe those were the really important things that I missed out on. So I don't want to do that. I'm really trying to juggle the gym, the business, juggle my marriage, juggle being a father, and trying to be a good friend. One of those things that I will be the first to admit that I just put my head down, and sometimes I get in my little tunnel, and a lot of times I sacrifice my social life and time with friends, and that's something that I really would like to be better at coming soon. It's hard to balance it all. I do struggle at times trying to balance all the things, but I'm trying to balance all the things in life and just try to experience all that life has to offer. So I'm done training today. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna eat post workouts, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. So post-workout meal, what I'm gonna do is 2 scoops of our Fit Grind Whey protein. I'm gonna give about 50 grams of protein. I'm gonna do 2 servings of oatmeal, and I'm gonna put some honey, and I'm gonna put a banana in that. That'll be something that give me some good protein, give me a good amount of carbs, and it'll be pretty low fat, so it's gonna digest pretty quickly, and something that's gonna restock the glycogen in our muscles, because tomorrow I'm gonna have heavy leg day. We got some running, we've got a lot of heavy, hard training that's going on the rest of the week, so make sure that we're staying up with fueling our body, make sure that we're hydrated, make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success on the next day. So I'm gonna eat this, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, let me know. I'd love to help out any way that I can. I'll leave a couple of videos on the top of the screen here next. Make sure you check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.